Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Amid Victor's diabolical plot to break up Kyle and Claire, Audra managed to wrangle herself an invitation to the French Riviera and convinced her ex-lover to come along. But as sure of herself as she is, a recent tease suggests that the scheme may hit a snag, and perhaps not in the way you might be thinking. Audra, of course, proposed a perfume battle with Jabot as a means of convincing Kyle to come along on the trip to Dumas, estate in Nice, France. Dumas being revealed as Cain Ashby could cause Audra to have to pivot when it comes to strategy, but there's little doubt she'll do just that. In fact, we've already seen her working her wiles on Kyle, and much to Diane's chagrin, tensions have eased between them considerably. But there are more twists and turns ahead. Indeed, in a newly dropped Instagram story, Audra's portrayer, Zuleyka Silver, showed off a massive-sized script she was memorizing and teased, "Trouble, trouble, lots of trouble, ahead for her character." Not to give too much away, but that incoming storm Cain referenced could play a role in keeping guests who would otherwise return home to Genoa City at the chateau, including Audra and Kyle. This would give Nate's girlfriend ample opportunity to follow through on what she's promised Victor, to make it appear to Claire as though Kyle cannot be trusted. Playing in Audra's favor is the total lack of cell service overseas. With Claire back home wondering why Kyle hasn't checked in on her amid Cole's medical scare, and isn't responding to her texts or calls, she may already be creating scenarios in her head about what he's up to. After all, she knows he's with his former lover in Nice. Of course, Nate is also back in Genoa City and has had no contact with Audra. Conveniently, someone from his past will plant a few seeds of doubt about his girlfriend in his mind as well. Put all together, Audra's plans to compromise Kyle might just upend her own relationship in the process. But the trouble won't be that simple. There are still more twists and turns. Audra's about to get up close and personal with Kyle in a way she hasn't since the two were sharing regular romps in a suite at the athletic club. We've all seen the preview with her asking him to apply sunscreen to her body, and as the two get closer, the attraction between them may throw Audra off her game. If Audra and Kyle find themselves irresistibly drawn into temptation in France, far away from their significant others, the ramifications would be explosive. Audra is playing with fire in more ways than she even realizes, given she has no idea that if she's successful in her mission, Kyle will have to leave Genoa City and pay Victor $5 million for the contract he signed. If she actually cheats with Kyle, it will doom her relationship with Nate on top of it. On the other hand, if Audra develops real feelings for Kyle again, she may not be able to go through with her plan to destroy him, which would leave her empty-handed where funding for Vibrant is concerned. So, she'd have to try and pull the wool over Victor's eyes, which never, ever ends well. Will Audra and Kyle get together in France? There's a good chance that they might, and even if it's emotional rather than physical, the huge consequences involved will still add up too. Lots of trouble. When Zuleyka Silver first stepped into the designer heels of Audra Charles on The Young and the Restless, few viewers could have predicted just how quickly, and ruthlessly, her character would climb the ranks in Genoa City. With a piercing gaze, razor-sharp ambition, and a knack for landing on her feet, Audra became the character everyone loved to hate, or hated to love. Now, as Silver teases what lies ahead, fans better buckle up. Because according to the actress herself, Audra's about to get into a lot of trouble. And it's not coming from where you think. More than just a femme fatale. Audra's journey on Y&R has been anything but linear. From betting her way into the Newman Empire to throwing curveballs at both Kyle Abbott and Tucker McCall, she's played chess while everyone else was stuck on checkers. But while her manipulations have, until now, largely benefited her, that streak may soon hit a wall. Zuleyka offers a cryptic but chilling preview. Audra's always thought she could outmaneuver everyone, especially the men. But now she's facing a threat that's not impressed by power plays. Someone who doesn't fall for seduction or spin. Could this someone be a person from her mysterious past? A jilted ally, or perhaps a force within the Newman ranks itself that sees her as expendable? Silver smiles slyly when asked. Let's just say there's a reckoning coming, and Audra won't see it until it's too late. Trouble comes dressed in secrets. Audra has always been the kind of woman who operates 10 steps ahead. But sometimes, the past catches up, and that's exactly what might be happening. Back in her early Y&R days, Audra made cryptic references to her time in London and connections overseas. While fans mostly brushed those off as throwaway lines, Silver hints that those breadcrumbs are now about to become a full-blown plotline. There's a piece of Audra's past, something she's worked very hard to bury. And someone knows, not just what she did, but why. And this ghost from her past. It isn't after revenge in the conventional sense. In fact, the actress reveals it might be even worse. It's emotional, it's personal, and it shakes Audra in a way nothing else has. Could Audra have a long-lost sibling? An ex-lover she betrayed? Or something even more dramatic, a child she left behind, now grown and seeking answers? A new rival enters the arena. Adding to the firestorm, the show is reportedly casting a fierce, intelligent female character in her late 20s to early 30s, with deep ties to both the corporate world and a major Y&R family. Fans speculate this could be a new rival for Audra, someone who doesn't fall into her usual traps. Silver acknowledges that the dynamic will be explosive. It's rare that Audra feels threatened by another woman. But this one, she gets under her skin. She sees through her. Could this new character be an Abbott cousin? A long-lost Newman daughter? Or, brace yourself, a secret McCall heir? What's certain is that whoever she is, she's not just competition in the boardroom. Sources tease that she may also be a contender for Kyle's attention, or even Nate's. There's going to be a scene that fans are going to pause and rewind, Zuleyka promises. It changes everything. A soft spot, or a fatal flaw. For all her strength, Audra has one weakness, a desperate need to belong. Silver reflects on this contradiction. She presents as this stone-cold strategist, but underneath, there's this little girl who was left behind too many times. And she wants, no, needs, to be someone's priority. That emotional need may soon cost her dearly. In the next few months, expect to see Audra letting her guard down with someone unexpected, someone viewers would never peg as a confidant. A whispered confession, a vulnerable moment, a single lapse in judgment. And that's when the real trouble begins. She finally lets someone in, Silver says quietly. And it might just be the worst mistake of her life. Could it be Nick, Adam, or even someone like Chance, whose moral compass could be shattered by Audra's magnetism? Zuleyka won't name names, but her tone says it all. The fallout is going to be nuclear. Trouble from the top. As if navigating ghosts from the past and a dangerous emotional entanglement isn't enough, Audra's place at Newman Media is also on shaky ground. Victoria is returning to the fold. Nikki's trust is paper thin. And with Victor always watching from the shadows, one wrong move could end Audra's corporate climb for good. She thinks she's untouchable, Silver says. But Genoa City has a way of humbling even the most cunning players. Sources suggest a brewing plotline involving insider trading, falsified reports, and a stunning betrayal will put Audra on a legal tightrope. Will she throw someone else under the bus? Will she cut and run? Or will she, for once, face the music? The audience may finally see what happens when Audra has nothing left to manipulate, Silver hints. And it's terrifying. Could this be the beginning of the end? With all signs pointing toward multiple threats, personal, professional, and deeply psychological, some fans are wondering if Audra's days in Genoa City are numbered. But Zuleyka Silver quickly dismisses that idea. Audra's not going down easy. If she's going to fall, she'll burn half the town on her way out. And even then, you won't count her out for long. In fact, Silver teases a possible redemption arc, or at least, a reckoning. There's one choice she's going to make that surprises even me. It shows she's capable of change. Maybe even, love. Wait, love, that's right. Love in a story like this always spells disaster, and potential transformation. Could this mystery relationship be the plot twist that turns Audra into a true anti-heroine? Let's just say there's a scene coming where she'll finally admit something she's never told anyone, not even herself, Silver says. And it'll shake the foundation of who Audra is. Final thoughts. The storm is coming. As The Young and the Restless gears up for what appears to be one of its most explosive arcs of the year, all eyes are on Audra Charles. She's schemed, seduced, and spun her way into the heart of Genoa City's elite. But now, the clock is ticking. Enemies are closing in, allies are evaporating, and love, real, complicated love, might be the biggest danger of all. Zuleyka Silver leaves fans with a tantalizing warning. Don't blink, don't assume, and whatever you think is going to happen with Audra, you're wrong, because trouble is coming, and it's not what you think. Brace yourselves. Genoa City's Queen of Chaos may be about to meet her match, and it could change everything.